Exercise 20-8, we're going to calculate the equivalent units of production for the mixing department. So the mixing department of Complete Foods had 62,000 units to account for in October. So here's our 62,000 units. Of the 62,000 units, 38,000 units were completed and transferred to the next department. So 38,000 were complete, and 24,000 units were 20% complete. And because they're incomplete, they are the ending balance in the work in process. So 38,000 complete and transferred out, 24,000 20% complete. Therefore, they are incomplete and remain in the work in process inventory account for the mixing department. All the materials are added at the beginning of the process. So let me switch my slides over here. So here's a picture of our process. It begins from the left, goes to the right. So the direct materials are added at the very beginning of the process, and conversion costs are added evenly throughout the process. And the company uses the weighted average method. So we're going to compute the total equivalent units of production for the direct materials and conversion costs for October. So let's talk about the physical units. We know that there was 62,000 units to account for. So if you wanted to, you could put those in here. And 38,000 units were completed, and on your piece of scratch paper, that's what it would look like here. 38,000 completed and transferred out. And 24,000 units were 20% complete. So 24,000 are in the ending work in process. And of course, double check your math. 38,000 plus 24,000 should equal 62,000. Now let's just talk about the ones that were completed and transferred out. They had 100% of the materials added to them because they were completely done. And because they're completely done, they had 100% of the conversion cost. So the equivalent units are 100%, 38, 38, 38,000. Now let's talk about the ending work in process. So these that are 20% complete, left in the process at the end of the month, those, let's talk about the direct materials. Remember, the direct materials are added at the beginning. So 100% of those had the direct materials added to them. So that's equal to all of them, 100%. Now the conversion costs. The conversion costs are added evenly, and it tells you so right here. And they were 20% of the way through, so that's the equivalent of 20% of 24,000. That's 4,800, right? So we've got 24,000, 24,000, which I get from here, times 20% complete, times 0.2 or 0.20 gives us the equivalent of 4,800. So that's the equivalent of 4,800 units being 100% complete for conversion costs. So for this total units accounted for, we take 38 plus 24. That gives us 62,000 again. And for the conversion costs, we take the 3,800 plus the 4,800. So 38,000 plus 4,800 gives us 42,000, 800, 800 equivalent units accounted for. Oops. See, this is the danger of trying to put the comma in there. I put in a decimal. So I do not recommend putting in the comma in there. I'm doing it so it's easier for you to read. Of course, if it's easier for you to read, especially for something in the millions, you can put the commas in there if you want. But for this problem, we're done.